Hey guys, everyone. I wanted to do this review because I haven't done reviews in a while, and this is the fastest way to do it because I don't really have time or the stamina to edit things. I mean, I have a new computer, so I don't even have the software to edit anything, and I don't do YouTube permanently. So, as you know, so I don't want to be editing things that no one is watching. So I just wanted to talk about Barbie because I feel it's like the big movie of the summer and the big movie of 2023 for sure. So I think I needed to talk about this movie. Although I don't think this review is going to be very long because yes, I finally watched the movie yesterday. It got the 15th of December. It got to HBO Max. Here in Latin America, we still call it HBO Max because it hasn't been transformed into Max because of the merger between Warner Brothers and Discovery. So we will. I think that will happen early in 2024. But as of yet, it's still HBO Max. The movie Barbie, of course, is directed by Greta Gerwig, and it tells the story of the very famous doll that everyone has known since the 1950s. This time portrayed by Margot Robbie, who is an Australian actress who is very famous, and now she's even more famous because of this movie. And I have to say, I mean, no spoilers right ahead, right now. But to be honest, I thought the story was nice. It was cute, let's say. It was a nice enough movie for the family, to be honest. I don't think there's any problem with many people watching this movie, or children, or older people, or whoever. To be honest, I think everyone can watch this movie comfortably, and there are no. I mean, there's one swear word, but it's actually edited in the funniest way possible. So even that is played like for laughs. It's not like, oh, it's a swear word. So that's funny. The movie is a little bit towards the adult side. I mean, basically because most people that really played a lot with Barbie are now older people, older men, older women. And yes, there are many girls and boys that do play with Barbie today, but I think the movie still could play with them too. But I think it was very smart to make the movie about how different Barbie land is from the real world. I think that's very interesting. And of course, it's interesting, but at the same time it's like walking into a landmine because people really hate other people having an opinion on things that happen and have been happening in the world since forever. And of course, this movie talking about women and talking about the role of women in society and the role of men in society, it's going to really ruffle some feathers because it's going to be labeled as very feminist, very pro women, very against men, or whatever. But I think the movie just plays it for laughs, and imagines what if their world, which it doesn't exist, changes because of their discovery of what the real world is actually about. And I really think it's very smart. I really liked the beginning, and the first scene of the movie, the introduction, let's say. I really loved the production design. The production design in this movie has to win the Academy Award. I mean, it's very, very well done, and just what we imagined, Barbie Land, or what a Barbie movie to be honest. When they announced this movie, I didn't know what it was going to be about, but I sure knew what it was going to look like, and this movie just didn't disappoint in that area. Same for the makeup, same for the hairstyling, same for the costume design. All those things are marvelous in this movie, and I think this movie is the front runner for those three awards in the Academy Awards. As for the performances, I mean, yeah, Margot Robbie is really good in this role, and I think she's very interesting. However, I don't know if I would nominate her for an Academy Award or if I would give her the win. I mean, And without a doubt, I mean, financially, this movie is one. I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's one of the biggest movies of 2023. And of course, it has been deemed that it saved the box office this year, along with movies like the Super Mario Brothers and Oppenheimer, and some others that did really well because other movies just bombed the fuck out the theaters basically. So this movie is really important because of that, and maybe the academy will be, and the members of the academy will feel that they need to recognize this movie everywhere, even if it's not going to win every single one of those awards. So maybe I don't think it's out of the question that Margot Robbie gets nominated, but it is out of the question that she's going to win this award. This is not the award she's going to win. I mean, she's going to win an Academy Award eventually. I think she's a marvelous actress, but not for this movie. I don't think this is it. Ryan Gosling is going to be nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think he was really fun. I don't think he's as good as I thought, to be honest. And every moment of the movie, I thought that he's a little bit too old to play Ken. And I know that that goes against everything the movie says about age and women and men and your physical self and everything, but it's a factor. I mean, I mean, yes, Ryan Gosling is a very beautiful man, and has an amazing body, but it's I think they did it intentionally to cast someone that you wouldn't really thought uh, right away to be cast as Ken. And of course, there are many Ken, and there are many types of Ken, many kinds of Barbies too. That something that I really loved in this movie, to be honest, because I think they did a really good. They really did a good job trying to integrate everyone and to have everyone have like a representation, but not forced representation. So actually, the screenplay, I think it's very well done, even if the story is just topical mostly, and we know where it's going. But I liked it, especially because of the narrator, especially because of how things are solved at the end. I thought the screenplay was really well done by Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, and of course is going to be nominated for best. I think it's adapted screenplay because it's an adaptation of Barbie, but I don't know. It could be an original screenplay, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, this movie is really good, but to be honest, it's not as good as I thought it was going to be, because everyone was like, "Oh my God, Barbie is the funniest. It's so good. It's so amazing. I've watched it 5 times," and I was like, "Oh, this movie has to be like for everyone and really like makes you want to invest in it." And sadly, I don't feel it is. I mean, I do feel there are many people that are going to be left out. I mean, they will feel they got left out of this movie because of the discourse the movie has, um, concerning men and women again and their role in society. And some people are not going to be very happy on how the movie ends. I mean, the final phrase of the movie, I think, is going to be controversial for some people, and those things are not going to be popular ever with some very conservative persons. So it is what it is. But I'm not a conservative person, and I do think the movie in some ways tries a little bit too hard, forces things a little bit in some aspects of the movie. I mean, for example, the big speech that America Ferrera has for Barbie. I mean, she basically wakes her up from this depression that she has, and in that speech, I mean, yeah, she does say a lot of things that are true, but we have heard that you should show and not tell, basically, in movies. And this movie again tells us it doesn't really show. I mean, it does show things at the beginning of the movie when I mean, this is not a spoiler, but Barbie and Ken go to the real world, and we kind of see that. But I think it could have been explore further in the real world, and that clash between Barbie's reality and the actual reality. I think it could have been explored a little bit more, and not in a mean way, but really from the perspective of someone as innocent, let's say, as Barbie. I think, of course, Margot Robbie has the talent to do that, and of course, Greta Gerwig has the talent to direct and write that. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be going. I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, or that it deserves to win Best Picture. I really don't think so. But I haven't seen any other movie that does deserve it. So I don't know. But I don't. It doesn't feel like a Best Picture winner for me. Of course, it's going to be nominated. Of course, it's going to be nominated for a ton of Academy Awards. Just wait and see. And it deserves many of them. But I don't know if this is the movie that I felt that it was. I mean, I'm not bothered by it, and if you love it, that's great. But it's not for everyone, and not only because it's not for conservatives, but some people are just going to watch it and watch it once. And to be honest, I don't plan to watch it again. Maybe with a niece, maybe with people around, and make it like something interesting. But I don't think I will watch it by myself again, to be honest. And it's not a reviewable movie like every year or something. It doesn't feel like that to me personally. But yeah, I do appreciate what they tried to do with the movie, and some of the writing is beautiful. Some of the moments, like tender moments in the movie, are really well done, and some of the comedy is actually really, really great. Again, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling do magnificent things together, and the other actors are actually very good as well. Even Will Ferrell, who I don't really he's not my kind of funny person, but even he's kind of fine in this movie, so that's amazing. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Barbie. I don't again, I want this movie to win some of the awards because I think they did it fantastically in some categories, but in some others I don't think there are. I think there are many other movies that are much better in other years, and maybe much better even this year precisely. So we will wait and see for the Academy Award nominations next year. But as for now, that's everything I have to say about Barbie, and I hope you comment down below whatever you think about that movie. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I will do another one of these about some TV shows that I've been thinking about. So, and other movies I watch. And thank you so much. Anyway, thank you so much. Goodbye.